Hello and welcome to Unbreakable You. I am Olga Binyaminov, your healing and empowerment mentor. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. We're exploring a deeply meaningful question today. How do you know you're falling in love with the right person? Because let's face it, especially for those of us who have been hurt, who have been betrayed, and have doubts about our worth or trust of others, falling in love can feel both thrilling and terrifying. And right now, I want you to lean in and hear this. Love isn't just passion or chemistry. Real love is clarity. Real love is reflected back with your values. So don't erase it. It is possible for you. In this episode, I want to unpack the internal signals. I want to relate some red flags that you should be watching for and some powerful differences between someone who's right versus someone who simply fills some space for you. And I want to use some concepts from the book that I did refer before, The Opposite of Settling by Case Kenny, because it challenges us to refuse compromise and really hold to our spark. So let's talk about this. I want to reframe right person versus someone you're just settling for. So let's do some of that groundwork. What do we mean by the right person? And what does it actually mean to settle, especially after a breakup or after a heartbreak, when our bar might just feel faded and our fear of being alone is so much louder than our voice of self worth. In The Opposite of Settling, the author says, forget settling or settling down. You deserve a love that upgrades every aspect of your life, amplifies your happiness, and fills your days with meaning. That sentence alone is worth to just pause on and think. Upgrade every aspect of your life, not drain you. Amplifies your happiness, which means it doesn't leave you fragmented. And he reframes the narrative. The problem isn't that you are too much or unlovable. The problem is that you were with someone who didn't know how to meet you. The most powerful person is someone who decides their self-worth is not a group decision. Your worth isn't determined by how someone else treats you or how they treat you now or in the past or in the future. It's grounded in who you are and who you choose to be with in this life. So when you start asking, is this the right person? You're really asking, does this person reflect back what I deserve? More than just settlement. And does this relationship lights up rather than just dim me down? There are 7 signs that you're falling in love with the right person. And I'll give you those specific remarks. We'll go slowly, and I want to reflect with some prompts. The first sign is you feel safe being yourself. You're not performing, you're not shrinking, you're not walking on eggshells. You show your real self, your fears, your dreams, and you're met with curiosity and kindness, not irritation. The right partner makes you feel that you've returned to yourself, not being judged. The second one is communication aligned with honesty and kindness. Word matches actions. And there is clarity. This is how I feel. This is what I need. This is what I can give. And you are heard for what you're saying. Don't settle for less than how you feel and what you need. The third one is you feel uplifted and not drained. You emerge from time together feeling like you, not less. Your dreams feel possible. Your spark is alive. The fourth one, they celebrate your independence and growth. The relationship doesn't demand your silence or your surrender. It honors your path. From the book, the dependency paradox means closer relationship that can increase independence rather than decrease it. The fifth one is your sense of trust, built through evidence, not just promises. Words mean nothing without actions. There is credibility, right? You identify four components of trust. Credibility is when you believe their words. Reliability is they do what they say that they will do. Intimacy is you feel safe being vulnerable. And selflessness, they care for you and themselves. That is how you build trust. You build it through evidence, not promises. Credibility, reliability, intimacy, and selflessness. The sixth one is you aligned on values, not just attraction. Attraction is minimal. Trust, values, life vision, these are the foundations. Attraction is minimal. And the last one, your sense of belonging. You don't feel that you're rescuing. You don't feel that you must fix them or be fixed, or they don't try to fix you. You feel the relationship is mutual and it gives opportunities for elevation, not escaping. So take a moment. If you are in a relationship or exploring one, ask yourself, in this last week, did you feel safe just being you? Did you feel more energized or more depleted when you're with that person? Can you vulnerably share something and be met with care, not judgment? Can you share a feeling with that person without scaring them away? And did you want to grow? And did your partner or the person that you're in a relationship with want to grow for both of you? Now, I also want to outline 3 red flags. Then these red flags would be something that you might not be aware of right now, so I want to point it out. But that would definitely tell you that this is not the right person for you. So the first one, you feel anxious more than secure. The relationship that you have is constantly just guessing, recalibrating. You're afraid to say something. You walk on tippy toes. You're unsure whether your true self will actually be accepted. You're afraid to share your feelings. You're afraid to say things because you don't want to scare them. The second one is you keep hoping that they will change. Or you keep hoping that maybe you'll be able to change them. Hope is not strategy. If you are thinking, once they do this, then I'll be safe, you are negotiating your peace. Relationships should not ask you to lose your spark while you're waiting for someone to show up. And the third one is your boundaries blur. Your identity shifts. You find yourself accepting less. You're finding yourself dimming your voice, hiding your dreams, hiding your feelings, so that the connection survives. But survival is not thriving. It's not thriving with you. So ask yourself, do you feel more fear than freedom around that person? Do you feel that you're giving more of you, but you're not getting back energy, respect, emotional safety? And do you feel like you're negotiating for acceptance? That you're convincing rather than just being seen and be chosen as you are? So you gotta do your internal work because you want to be the person you attract. You can't only evaluate relationships. You must also nurture relationships with who you are, with yourself. Commit to your worth. Don't wait for someone to show you that you're worthy. Show it yourself. Amplify your spark. You were put on this earth to be so widely passionate that people can't decide if you're crazy or if you're genius. The crazy part? That's your authenticity. So let it shine. Build your life first. Love will meet you there. You create the life you love, and the love will meet you there. Don't wait to meet someone to get to where you want to be. Be there. Use your past as data, not as destination or destiny. If you've been hurt, you're not broken. You are informed. What you once settled for becomes a teacher. Keep your boundaries strong. Yes, to connections. No, to compromises of self. And stay present. Instead of asking, is this forever? Ask, am I more myself here? Ask yourself those questions. What do you need from a relationship to feel like you? Where have you compromised your spark? And how can you reclaim it? And what values do you not want to negotiate on? Bring it all home. How to know that you're falling in love with the right person. I want to anchor this together. When you find yourself thinking, I'm not only loved, I am recognized. I can be weird. I can be whole. I can be real. And they still will choose me. My dreams feel alive, not sidelines. I feel peace and I feel excitement, not just adrenaline. When you can say all these, then you're likely with someone who's right for you. And if you're not yet with that person, it doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that now you're prepared and you know what you need to feel. You're not doing the inner work without having those experiences. You should do the inner work so that the right person arrives. You'll be recognized rather than just hoping. Choose rather than just settle. And I always say, you are unbreakable. Your heart is fragile, but it's brave. Your love is not desperate. It's choosing the right person for you. Thank you for dedicating this time to your growth, your healing, and your readiness for real love. If this episode spoke to you, I would love to hear from you. Share it with a friend who actually is going through this journey. Write down the truth of what you discovered today. And if you're working with me through Unbreakable You coaching, Bring these questions for our next session so we can talk about that. And finally, when you know your worth, you'll refuse the almost, and the and then you open your arms to the right person. The right person doesn't dim you. The right person amplifies you. And until next time, I'm Olga, sending you strength, clarity, and the fierce, knowing that your heart is ready. Stay unbreakable.